Hi Year 6, happy Friday everyone. I've got my Friday shirt on. Some of you might have noticed that I've had a bit of a haircut. My children can't stop touching it. Bit of a DIY haircut, thank you girls. Hi. So I hope you've had a good week. We've loved having your messages all week, it's been fantastic. So thank you so much for sending all those. I wanted to recommend a book to you. This is something we'll set some learning on for next week. It's a book called The London Eye Mystery. If anyone's ever been to London, hopefully you might have seen the London Eye or been on the London Eye. And it's a really great book. I'm part of a group called Reading Teachers Equals Reading Pupils, and we read this book between us and talked about it this week. We met up on Zoom and went through the book, and we all loved it. So I thought I'd read some of it to you today, and then we'll talk about it more next week for our learning. Okay, so I've got it on a Kindle here, but obviously you can get it however you want. About the book, it says Monday 24th of May 11:32 a.m. Ted and Kat watch their cousin Salim get on board the London Eye. The pod rises from the ground. Monday 24th of May 12:02 p.m. The pod lands and the doors open. People exit, but where is Salim? Has he spontaneously combusted? Ted's theory. Has he been kidnapped? Aunt Gloria's theory. Is he even still alive? The family's unspoken fear. Even the police are baffled. Ted, whose brain runs on its own unique operating system, and his older sister Kat overcome their prickly relationship to become sleuthing partners. They follow a trail of clues across London in a desperate bid to find their cousin, while time ticks dangerously by. And so they go on this adventure in London, where they're trying to work out what has happened to their cousin Salim. All right, so I'm going to read you the first chapter now, and then I'm going to show you a website next week where you can download the second chapter if you want to for free. And after that, if you want to get it, you can go and buy it online or listen to it on Audible, that kind of thing. So chapter 1 is called A Giant Bicycle Wheel in the Sky. My favourite thing to do in London is to fly the eye. On a clear day, you can see for 25 miles in all directions because you are in the largest observation wheel ever built. You are sealed into one of the 32 capsules with the strangers who were next to you in the queue. And when they close the doors, the sound of the city is cut off. You begin to rise. The capsules are made of glass and steel and are hung from the rim of the wheel. As the wheels turn, the capsules use the force of gravity to stay upright. It takes 30 minutes to go a full circle. From the top of the ride, Kat says London looks like Toy Town, and the cars on the roads below look like abacus beads going left and right and stopping and starting. I think London looks like London, and the cars like cars, only smaller. The best thing to see from up there is the River Thames. You can see how it loops and curves, but when you are on the ground, you think it's straight. The next best thing to look at is the spokes and metallic horses of the eye itself. You are looking at the only cantilevered structure of its kind on Earth. It is designed like a giant bicycle wheel in the sky, supported by a massive A-frame. It is also interesting to watch the capsules on either side of yours. You see strangers looking out, just like you are doing. The capsule that is higher than yours becomes lower than yours, and the capsule that is lower becomes higher. You have to shut your eyes because it makes a strange feeling go up your esophagus. You are glad the movement is smooth and slow. And then your capsule goes lower and you are sad because you do not want the ride to end. You would like to go round one more time, but it's not allowed. So you get out feeling like an astronaut coming down from space, a little lighter than you were. We took Salim to the Eye because he'd never been up before. A stranger came up to us in the queue, offering us a free ticket. We took it and gave it to Salim. We shouldn't have done this. but we did. We shouldn't have done this, but we did. And he went up on his own at 11:32, 24th of May, and was due to come down at 12:02 the same day. He turned and waved to Kat and me as he boarded. But you couldn't see his face, just his shadow. They sealed him in with 20 other people whom we didn't know. Kat and I tracked Salim's capsule as it made its orbit. And when it reached its highest point, we both said, "Now!" at the same time, and Kat laughed and I joined in. That's how we knew we'd been tracking the right one. We saw the people bunch up as the capsule came back down, facing northeast towards the automatic camera for the souvenir photograph. They were just dark bits of jackets, legs, dresses and sleeves. Then the capsule landed. The doors opened and the passengers came out, in twos and threes. They walked off in different directions. Their faces were smiling. Their paths probably never crossed again. But Salim wasn't among them. We waited for the next capsule, and the next, and the one after that. He still didn't appear. Somewhere, somehow, in the 30 minutes of riding the Eye, in his sealed capsule, he had vanished off the face of the earth. This is how, having a funny brain that runs on a different operating system from other people's, helped me to figure out what had happened. So, what do you think happened to Salim? What are your theories on it? Ted's got lots of different theories. He comes up with lots in the book. And next week I'm going to ask you to come up with some of your own Year 6, okay? So if you're interested in that book, have a look into it further. I'll send you out a website where you can get that next chapter. It's called The London Eye Mystery. And the other one I wanted to mention to you, because you know how much I love reading, is we looked at, I read an extract from The Beasts of Grimheart last week, which is part of the Podkin series, and it's honestly one of the best books I've ever read, for adults or for children, for anyone. It reminded me of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and it's just brilliant, and I loved reading the end. I finished it now, and I know some of you have read it, but it's amazing. So if you want to, go and get that as well, because it's a fantastic book. When we're back in school, I can bring a copy in and I can lend you a copy as well if you want to wait that long. All right, have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye.